You brought the pain home because of lack of knowledge. You've had friends and family, some of them kind of rip you off and take advantage of you. You spent thousands of dollars, some didn't work, and you're wondering, what can I do for you? Well, the first thing is the corporations right here. Then we got to write down subsidiary or division. It has to be subsidiary or division. You see, one of the things that I did as a little boy when I was dropped off at the pier, Redondo Beach Pier, when I was 3 and 6:30 in the morning every day for literally till I was 9.5, I didn't like, all right, being used and abused. I couldn't stand eating out of a trash can. All right, so the reality is it kind of sucked. But I knew one thing on Redondo Beach Pier. I could see Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. I saw money. And I knew one thing. They're no better than I am. How did they get it? I'm as aggressive as they can be. And the bottom line, in your city today, you got Bank of America that shuts down locations. You got Chase. You got U.S. Bank. You got Wells Fargo. How did they shut down a location, bankrupt it, and they get a tax credit for screwing up? Can you imagine? Wells Fargo Bank was federally indicted for $3 billion. All right, they should have went out of business. They should have been closed down. They got to write it off. Oh, that hurt. And all their employees got away with conning and setting up phony accounts. Can you imagine? That's one of the greatest frauds on this planet that they actually accomplished and got away with it and wrote it all off. Oh, well. Sam's Club, biggest box store on the planet. And they shut down locations and they bankrupt pieces too. So when they screw up, they get to write off from their taxes as a loss. And then they get a tax credit. I want to do that too, don't you? Geico shuts down all their locations in California and runs away because they're changing the rules too. Amazing what can happen. 11 cities file bankruptcy? Seriously? So the city files bankruptcy, wipes out the debt, and stays in business. How do they do that? See, these are the things that I always ask myself. I'm sorry. I don't think you ever paid attention. I think you allowed life to just go, bah, sheep. And then when you get sued, what happens then? See, I believe that if you listen and learn, you can learn basically 1,000 things from me. God gave me millions of things to do. But we got a choice today. Number one, we always got to stop bringing the pain home. You can't bring the pain home. If you're going to screw up anything or get screwed up on you, please make it a division or subsidiary. Division, subsidiary, please, not you and your family. You see, you don't have to be a duck. You don't have to be a sheep. But that's up to you. Now, to become a certified CFO, you got to literally master over 1,000 things to do and what needs to be done and understand credit and personal and business as well. But don't worry, I'll hold your hand. I'll do most of the work for you anyway. I've been doing this for 44 years. Now, you got to reprogram your brain thought. You got to see it, believe it, go get it. That's what works for me. So let's introduce you to the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. You see, 153 years ago, a corporation was made a legal person. That means it has more rights than you and me. And we're we the people. So we got a chance to play. The thought of the week is very simple. I don't think people get this. I think they want magic wands, and I think they want someone to do all the work for them, and they don't want to do anything besides diddly squat. They want the keys to the Lamborghini, but they don't want to do the work. You see, you can hire people to do things for you, and you can stay stupid, or you can learn to be an expert in what you do so you can teach them one thing or two. You see, when I was the youngest certified Apex person in Apex, bottom line is IBM, Boeing, Apple, they'd hire me to teach all their management. My game was simple. How fast can I be my boss's boss? Because he's a dummy. All right. See, anybody can go to school and get a piece of paper, do the time, but do they have half a brain? All right. The bottom line is going to be up to you. I hope and I pray you get it because you got a choice. Your choice is very simple. Okay. Procrastination If that's you, get the hell off my webinar now. See, I'm sorry, but if you want something bad enough, you go get it. Nothing gets in your way besides you. The problem is procrastination is a killer of dreams. I have dreams I accomplish every day, but I got a lot more I want to do too. Biggest problem we have today accomplishing your goal, I'm sorry, it's probably you. The lack of knowledge is what I call the stupidity of man and woman. You're highly intelligent to what you might do, but the bottom line is you're missing the pieces. See, the structure is the key to being successful. Without the structure, you're a duck. You got a corporation? Oh, goody for you. That means one thing. When they sue the corp, they sue you. I don't get it. You watch banks and grocery stores and cities do this in front of you, and you think a corporation is going to protect you. When they sue it, they sue you. Without subsidiaries and divisions, you're still a duck. But again, that's going to be up to you too. If you don't want to bring the pain home, listen and learn and play. Me, my legacy is simple. When I die eventually permanently, I'm going to leave at least 10 billion plus to the corporation. I don't want to leave anything to my family and my kids. I mean, can you imagine how many stupid people work their tail off, pay the taxes, do it all right, and when they die, they leave it to their family, and then they have to pay tax on what daddy left them? How stupid is that? I don't get it. All right? Anything below $1 million in an irrevocable trust, I'll give that. Anything above that? No, 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 no. All right, see, the bottom line is simple. There's 1,000 steps to the millionaire. You can't even screw it up. All right, you got to keep going and going and going, go, and do it again. 6 days a week, you can get your friends and family get to know me too. But the bottom line is what I just want to do is give you back some money. See, any program you get into, I usually give you 100% to 10 times your money back in personal business credit. That's the ultimate goal. And some of you, I got to rebuild a lot. That's okay. All right. The bottom line is we're going to get through this, and you're going to listen and learn. And I think that's priceless to me. So me and incorporating rich and famous people, that was fun. All right. Helping people coming out of prison say, what am I going to do? Getting Ricky Ross $4 million of credit right away? No problem. Thomas, he wanted to start a dump truck business. He was in prison for 26 years. Within 5 months, he got enough money to get all those dump trucks brand new. See, the goal is simple. What's your goal today? Besides corps, divisions, subsidiaries, and money. All right, but money becomes a product as well. Now, you're going to have it, probably you already had it. I call it the kitchen table meeting, where the whole family sits around the kitchen table and says, how we're going to start a business. And what happens is very simple. Everybody looks around. It's a great idea. Let's do that. Yeah. Then the reality sets in and goes, where are we going to get the money? Hey, let's hop the house. Let's jack up our credit cards and let's screw it up. Well, that's what most people do. If they don't know the rules and tools, well, they got the choice. You're going to listen to somebody going, you got to do this, you got to do that. No, 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 no. There's 5 ways to get a 750 score. There's only 10 cards to get personally at the most, corporations and divisions, period, so you get $1 million. But again, you got to learn the rules and tools how to play. So let's look at today. We write down today's date, we project 90 working days. Just some more goodies I obtained. So I'm going to tell you what to do. Please don't get mad at me if I yell at you basically and give you a bad time like you did George here. George did good. I got him a gold card. Okay, he got that. All right, they paid over times 30,000. He can get it up to $1 million, no problem. Then I got him a gold card for the corporation, and that one's 50,000 paid over time, and Jack, push that up to $1 million. But then he's afraid to daisy chain it to the divisions. It's like, George, get off your ass heads. You're getting ready to run, and you're sitting there going, beep, 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 beep. I don't get it. Every division, as long as it has a tax ID, you can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and bankrupt that sucker if it's screwed up. See, this is a fight. I've been fighting all my life since I was a little kid. But again, it's your choice. I want him to take that gold card corporation going. I want him to daisy chain it 25 times. Because then I want to separate the billing. And it's kind of fun. He says, well, I won $1 million. Let's see. I can push the card up $1 million. But if we took 25 divisions times $50,000, okay, that's $1,250,000. See, every time someone gives me their goal, all right, the first thing they do, I'll do what you tell me, Ray. Yeah, right. My goal is $1 million. Okay. We got one card. You can go do that 20 times and you get $1,250,000 now. What are you waiting for? Christmas? I canceled it. All right. It's not going to come. Well, never came to my house as a kid. So whatever your goal is, we can take one card and multiple cards and do that. You reach the goal. But the only thing you got to do is do what you're asked to do. See, third quarter's ending. It always breaks my heart at December. People go, Ray, you didn't push me hard enough. Or January, why didn't you tell me, Ray? I've been hearing that crap for 44 years. I push at the end of the year. Why? Third quarter begins, time's running out, now fourth quarter begins. You have 101 days left of this year. You got 75 working days. That means if I have to do anything for you, you got to give me names. I got to prepare it, give it to you, sign it, mail it away, or file it, get it back to me, and add things to it. Time's up. Oh, well. You see, the reality of life is very simple. It'll hurt you when you don't have enough money, all right, because you can't get the honey. But if you got more credit, you can finance your way. This is free money. I love free money. I mean, as a kid, how am I going to get out of hell? I got corporate credit in the mail without applying. It's great. And then I learned that corporations are, free at 9.5. I just sent away my little money order. That was it. That's all I had to do. Then I watched people since I was 9 spend thousands of dollars for a piece of paper that is free. I don't get it. All right. No wonder the whole world's a bunch of sheep. All right. You got to be honest with yourself. I mean, come on. $5 million of checkbook money. Every bank account you set up, based on its size of an average balance, you can get up to 150 without a tax return. Hey, I love that. I can use this and write it all off. If I win, I get to absorb the taxation. If I lose, I write it off too. But if I use personal credit, I just screwed up my family. Well, that kind of sucks. So the goal is simple. Now I know you got a sad story to tell. Let's play the violin. Let's play a little. Come on. Everybody goes through hell. I didn't get a mommy and a daddy. Hell, I got born in a taxi. I got to be used and abused as a kid. He had a trash can. I got to go down that street in Delane Street in Torrance, that big hill, pop. I got to die in a coma. They told me I was crippled for life. The voice inside that Jesus has been telling me since I was 4, told me to get up. I rolled off that couch. I grabbed that ugly shag carpet, that ugly orange gray, ugly shag carpet, and I rolled over to go to pee-pee. But that's what I did. It's always been a fight. Last coma, I got to die and come back and help you. Isn't that fun? July 4, 2009. We're millions and billions. I'm helping people 6 days a week having fun. I'm driving my Lamborghinis, my Ferraris. I'm having fun, hitting my helicopter too. So my wife says, honey, let's take some people to watch the fireworks from the school and church. Well, that sounds okay. No problem. So we took one of the yachts in the backyard. Well, that was a mistake. Why? Here I am the next day. I get to hear someone trick my watch to sign a POA. I hear the nurse ask if I'm a donor. And then I got to die. And then Jesus said, stay in peace or go back. Wow. I got to lose everything. If I stay in peace, I'm in a better place. My wife's crying her eyes out. All right. And what about my kids? So immediately I said, go back. So the bottom line is the only thing I can figure out is he wanted me to lose it in front of the world, which I did. We get people calling this office every day. I thought Ray was dead. And I had to build it up again. See, every one of you can build things up. Maybe you're getting too much sleep. Why don't you wake up like I do every morning at 2:25? Every morning, 2:25 since I was 2.5. Boom, ready to go. That's how it works. Please get up an hour earlier. Please find your me time. See, your surroundings are nothing to do with you. Okay? You have more orphans, more abused kids, more basically adopted kids like Steve Jobs and other ones I can list up that went and go get it. See, they got a fire in their belly. They got no excuses. Half of you, sorry, you're lazy. The other half be able to be a little crazy like me. Because I see it, I believe it, I go get it. See it, believe it, go get it. That's how it works. The only thing else from there is there's only an excuse. You can take a corporation right now, it's a legal person. If you screwed it up, bankrupt the damn thing, go get another one, another one, another one. Now, I'm not telling you to do fraud. I'm telling you to get off your assets and try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, hell, you might as well be dead. Okay? You got to program that brain. But again, I got to get you past go. See, I can show you the Lamborghinis, the Duffys. I can show you the mansions, how I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981 to prove that white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Bottom line is I can show you basically helicopters, U-Docks. Hey, I can show you yachts in the backyard and race boats. All the goodies you want to get. But most of them are not mine. Oh, don't forget about the Ferraris. See, rich and famous people make money when they have a choice. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Pay tax, buy a mansion. Pay tax, buy a Ferrari. Why not? We pay enough tax and gallon of gas and property taxes. So your choice is raise rules, learn to play, knock off the, you know what, and let's go get it. The reference of 3, but that's up to you. Now, you got to rebuild your credit. You have no choice. You have to be a certified CFO to get cash credit to a corporation and then daisy chain to divisions. Not only did I create divisions, wrote the rules in 85, wrote a book, 89 ways, all kinds of stuff. But again, why don't you write down section 611 and do the work yourself? Go for it. Credit repairs are fraud. We get calls every day. I've been with this company for 2 years and I got shitty credit. Well, how stupid could you be to pay $100+ a month for 2 years and have shitty credit? We hear it every day. It's like just the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's 1,000 people calling, they're saying the same story. I don't get it. Federal Trade Commission in everybody's face says credit repairs are fraud. They're not even allowed to collect money up front. Now, credit repair, fraud. Credit rebuilding, simple. You're going to go to class. I'm going to hold your hand. We're going to do the work together, and we're going to sing Kumbaya. That's the only way it works. See, learning the rules and tools, there's only 5 basic rules to get a 750 score. Only 5. How hard's that? And there's no guessing in between. Get your credit reports now. Simple. Annualcreditreport.com. RaiseCredit.com. Raise webinar. Don't care. I just need the report number. 1. Now, you got to understand this, please. You got a Social Security card when you were told to get a job. That means you follow like, sheep. Where'd I go? Our mommy did it because Nixon already took the gold standard out. That's how it works. Now, I want you to go online and read this here. See, I don't believe you ever read your Social Security card front and back and really dissect it. Please get it out now. Ladies, it's in your purse, men, it's in your back pocket. It's in your wallet. You're not even supposed to carry it, by the way. Line 1, look at this. Line 1 says name to be shown on card, full name at birth other than above, and other names you want to use. Knowing rules and tools and dissecting, you can actually help yourself. But again, when you look at your Social Security card, remember the reason you got that number was to create a 1040 tax return. SSN equals 1040 tax return, tax, and probate when we die. When we read the card front and back, it's simple. It says, in most cases, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. Then it says Property Assessment Administration, not you, government agency. That's the IRS, by the way. Did you know that? Step 2, see, you got a choice. When you got your first paycheck years ago, come on, think back. You planned your bills that week, and all of a sudden you get your first check. What? You wanted to run to HR, personnel, wherever accounting might be, and you wanted to say, where's my money? The only thing they could tell you is they get their cut before you get the leftover. It's simple. See, we're tracked on purpose. We have the ability to understand this, right? So we don't have to be sheep or ducks. Ducks because when we get sued, we have to duck. Got it? See, here's the thing. You could literally understand the 14th Amendment of the Constitution, and you'll hear the highlights, but understand the details. It made a corporation a legal person 153 years ago. That's an SS4. Now, the SS4 gets to write off almost everything it wants to do. And you're sitting here being a duck and a sheep. I don't get it. You can learn to play. Now, I'll give you a guarantee in writing, and I'm going to tell you flat out, I will guarantee what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you to do things. Actually, I'm going to tell you to do things. When you do your part, we do our part. Guess what we get in between? A 750 plus score. All right, but you got to be part of the program. So anyway, it's going to work. Do not apply for credit. Don't jack it up. That's all you got to do. It's like here is the debt. If you have a collection item or debt you have not paid, and if it keeps hitting your account again and again and again, hell, it's not going away. You can do disputes all day long. You can put in negotiation. You can put in small claims. You got an IRS problem? Simple. IRS.gov, 656, 433 A and B, offering compromise. So you can't have your past chase your future. Okay? So it's like rapid refresh and rapid rescore. If you allow my system called rapid rescore work for you, I can guarantee you 750 every time. Nice lady. She's using half her credit card. She's maintained a 651. All right, literally for 4 years. Why are you using half your credit cards, ma'am? She said her attorney and her banker told her to. I said, quit listening to Dumb and Dumber, please. I did a rapid rescore. See, she has no green lights over here. Green lights. Why do I want green lights? Rapid rescore blocks crap, pushes scores up, creates green lights. That's all it does. Okay? So understand something. If not, when you pay something down, you have to wait till the system works again and again. Rapid refresh, 132 points. You see what you got over here? Green lights. What do I want green lights for? To get some free money. The faster we get corporate credit, the faster we can write an interest rate in the credit card. We don't have to jack up our personal credit ever again. What a concept. We should have done that before high school. Bankrupt couple. All right, why? They didn't have to file bankruptcy. They were told by their bankruptcy attorney they can't get credit for 10 years. Not true. I did it right away. 11 collection accounts. He's got a total mess. Laid on his car payment to Toyota Motors. Here's $3,000. Let's see if we can help you rebuild you. See, a 750 is not hard to do. We're going to have to add some things, build things around. You're going to have to do your part to do my part, but we can build you up and away. And that's the ultimate goal. But again, you got to be a part of the program. Now, 800-510-3338. See, I have specialists right out this window for you in this call center, going to hold your hand, get the paperwork done for you, get part of the program, and I always tell you about getting into the classes again and again. They're supposed to hold your hand every step of the way. But again, I got to do a rapid refresh. So rapid refresh by itself costs $500, okay? The program that I put here is to rebuild your credit, all right? Do the rapid rescore, get you to classes with me again and again, learn the rules and tools, guarantee you $750, but then I charge you $999, and I give you a $500 card back to you. But during the broadcast, this is the problem I had yesterday with 4 people. I did an offer yesterday, and 4 of them tried to do it with the specialist afterwards, and I said, no, I can't pay you a commission for a discounted price, so don't ask me to. So I turned the sales away. Again, it's very simple. So during the broadcast, I cut the price in half. That means now. It doesn't mean tomorrow. It doesn't mean give it to a salesperson. If I sold you, why would I pay commission to someone else taking an order? So for $499, you get a $500 card. Here's Zelle. Take a picture. Click. Ray Reynolds recipient. Ray at rayscredit.com. Bank transfer, deposit, or wire. But if it's a special I'm doing today, it has to be online, and it has to be now through Zelle. Okay? That's during the broadcast. So your specialist is supposed to hold your hand. If they do not, give them a call, put them in check. Okay? All you got to do is realize is reach out to you every week or 2. From there, you want to give me referrals, it's 10% back to you by Zelle. All right, and I got Billy who didn't give me more money. All he did is build referrals. This guy's nuts. And I tell Bill he's nuts all the time. When I met him, he was homeless. Okay, he put flyers together, he knocked on doors, he went to car dealers, he did everything he could to give me referrals. I billed him $1 million because Billy alone gave me referrals for $7 million. So it's not hard to do. If you don't know how to play, why don't you take that credit and put it into a hedge fund? That way they can do the things for you and create an income. You can be an investor. So now you got to do some work. You got to call 888-567-8688. I need you to get off the national mailing list. You added yourself to the mailing list. Nobody did it but you. So let's understand something. If you're a voter, you're on the mailing list. If you got a corp before you met me, you're on the mailing list. If you got a cable bill, you're on the mailing list. Got it? 5 years or a lifetime, please opt out. It'll give you the opportunity. It's just a machine. It'll put it in the system. It's actually a computer, step 4. So let's plan the problem. When I was a kid, every time I was selling seeds, clackers, and mowing yards, I go home and they steal my money. It wasn't nice. So I learned about savings bonds as I'm going to the library as a little boy. I went to the library and then I learned savings bonds, and I went over to the bank. Can I buy some savings bonds? They gave me a book. They gave me little stamps and all kinds of fun stuff. It was nice. So I didn't want them to steal my money, and they didn't know what to do with the savings bond. It's fun. So have you let someone in your life knock you down, take some money, and rip you off a little bit? I bet you it's a friend and family member, by the way. They seem to do that all the time. So let's talk about safety credit. The card's in your purse or wallet, sticky. It's simple. You put a sticky behind the card. You write down the limit. You maintain 25% always, and you don't go past 29%. Okay, and you get the discipline down, and now you create your own line of defense. And that line of defense, anything 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So the goal is pretty simple. If you get the discipline down with a wrapper rescore, we can get you to the 750 to qualify as a CFO for corporate credit and division credit too. There's step number 5. So what happens with most people when they lose their job and have an emergency, they run out of time, they run out of money, then they jack up their personal cards in 42 days. And I'm going to say division, 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 or subsidiary. That would make sense to me. But again, it's like anything else. The average person wastes $50 every other day. If you needed $5,000 now, what would you do? Go ask your friends, your family in the bank. They're all going to say no. What if we had a safety credit card and we maxed it out? If we did that, it's $50 a month. And the average person's wasting $50 every other day. So we got to use some common sense. And they say the average person wastes 140 a week. These are $50,000 cards. If I max either one out today, which I'm not going to, the payment would be $612.26. During a pandemic, all right, I can get 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through using some common sense. Step 6, using a corporate card. See, here's the problem most people do. God made us one. You have 2 socials. You have 2 credit reports. You know, you actually have 3, Experian, Trendure, and Equifax, but they're separate. Please never create a loan-to-value problem in house and car, because that's kind of silly. She screws up, I'm screwed up, I screw up, she screwed up. Hey, we got 2 chances to try. And that's the goal. It's like reaching the dream. And basically you have to believe in yourself, of course. I'm going to believe in God first, and I'm going to believe in me. All I had all my life is God, me. What am I supposed to do? Didn't get a real mommy and a daddy, and got used and abused, and that sucks. So when I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. That's all I wanted to do. Simple. See, God gave us all a gift and a dream. We got choices. Now, when Nixon took the gold standard out, I bet you didn't even pay attention. But let's see if I can get you to pay attention today. I want you to write down Ray's rules. And under that, write down 29%. All right, write down 100,000. And now we give you 71,000 of safety credit. Here's what most people do. They jack up their personal cards. They get stuck. They can't get any more when they want to start a business. Or they go hawk their houses the wrong way. Then the bank takes 16 weeks and says no anyway. But see, if we use this and jack it up, if we made it, we'd be taxed to death. When we lose, we just hurt the family. If We use corporate credit right at the interest rate of the credit card. We try. If we win, we get to absorb the taxation. If we lose, we get to write it off no matter what we do. So it's okay to try, but it has to be corporate credit. See, what most people do is they bring the pain home, and that's not acceptable for me. Ray's rules. It's simple. Step 7 today. You have to learn to be that certified CFO. Now, there's me in that coma, H1N1. There's the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor. There's one of the yachts. You might even want to Google the address today to check it out. All right. You ever feel like the devil's trying to hold you back or pull you down? I think he is. But God's delays aren't God's denials. See, I believe we're in hell, and when we die, we're in a better place. All right. This is just to test our faith and persistence. Now, a corporation's a legal person. I was lucky while I was being abused as a kid. I paid attention at 7.5. I heard that. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. I asked the man, what do I do? What is this? She went and got a book, came back, slammed the book down. She was mean. I thought she's the librarian trying to help me. But I read the book. She thought I was wasting her time. She didn't know I learned to read at 2.5 years old. And I went there for 2 years. I sent away my little money order, Secretary of State of California, and I got Helping Hand Industries that came back. Over 100,000 plus in the mail and credit cards, got named in the movie Dave, and I found out at 9.5 corporations are free. You just pay a filing fee. See, here's our problem. We all are sheep, all of us. Let's get an SSN so we get a 1040 tax return. And every dime we bring in is tax, we get the leftover. Corporation gets an SS4, creates an 1120 tax return, but here's the problem with the corporation. When they sue the corp, they sue you. Why do you think banks and grocery stores in cities have subsidiaries or divisions? That's the line of defense, not to bring the pain home. Again, I got to try. Now, let's go back to basics and understand the application for Social Security card is an SS5 form, which I don't believe any of you knew that until I told it to you. Then we look at the SS4 for the corporation tax ID. So here we got to pay tax, and probate when we die. Over here, we're not taxable or not, until we're profitable. So if we balance what the IRS allows us to do, here's tax, SS4, no taxes due till we're profitable, and you're allowed to set up a lot of accounts to benefit you and the corporation. It's a choice. So if we quit using the wrong credit cards and use the right ones, we could finance the dream and write it all off as long as we balance the debt. Is that okay with you? So again, you got choices, like your personal life should be a break even. Anything above break even should be corporation. As we do this, remember, stop bringing the pain home, program your brain in to see it, believe it, go get it to millionaire, and balance the debt. It's right there again. We get it down. I can get you up to $1 million of credit. So if we look at IRS right here, SSN, SS4. Okay, tax, 1040 tax return, no taxes due till we're profitable. So we look at line 10, it says banking and credit purposes. It's public record. You can check it out. Learning to play is that's how you learn to win. The lack of knowledge tends to be this, stupidity of man and woman. But again, if we learn the knowledge, we can play. Corporations and credit life because it's a legal person. If I get you 10 cards for the corp and 10 cards for every division, that's over $1 million. And we can write off the interest rate and credit card. It's not a legal accounting device. It's just how we play. We get to be like the big boys and girls do. So it's like corporation gets cash credit through tax ID, so do divisions, as long as you become a certified CFO. Now again, 89 ways to use the division, 89 ways. So let's understand something today. All right, up to $1 million. Now, cats have 9 lives, and from now on, I want you to have 9 lives too. That's right. I want you, if one screws up, have 8 left to go. You allowed yourself to be one because you got an SSN. The other opportunity is SS4. So if we learn to play and we get to write it all off, we can be like everybody else's rich and famous people. So it's like cat with credit. Wow. Inc. magazine interviews me, and they want to know about using plastic to finance your business? Why not? So the ability is simple. Line of defense. Could you imagine if you allow me to set up a division for you? All right, I'm going to get the paperwork done, send it to you, sign it. You're going to mail it away, get it filed, give it back, copy to me. When I get a copy, all right, because time's running out, my goal is to get a tax ID. Next thing is I want to set up the cash credit reports. Go back in time when you set up your personal credit for you. Someone co-signed or did this, or the Sears card, blah, blah, blah. It took you 3 years to try to do it wrong anyway. Then you're going to learn things today that you never knew today until the day. So cash credit reports. But then I want cash credit cards. I want checkbook money. I want to finance the dream. So if I can take your tax ID as an affiliate and set up an Experian Treasury and Equifax at 2,000 of history and get it done right away, there we go. We get to multiply the credit. You can even watch them go up and away in small business reports from the credit bureaus. Isn't that fun? Now, I charge basically $1,500 for 3 of these because that's 3 bodies in the closet ready to go. Adding 2,000 of history ready to go for you. So it's normally $1,500. But again, that's up to you. Now, what I'd like you to do is every corporate card I get you, or even personal cards, you can daisy chain too. You only listen carefully. You daisy chain personal cards to corp only to help build the credit reports with reporting items. Okay, that's what you want to do. Corporate credit, you get the corporate credit, and you want to daisy chain to division. So if you get 1 card, you do want to get the 9 sisters, right? So that way you have a credit card per entity. That's how you multiply credit. In properties, if you wanted to own 10 or 20. From there, you want to franchise. Every location is a subsidiary, all right? And they don't bring the pain on when they screw 1 up or 2. So you got buckets of money, tax balance, you become the bank. All right, ultimate goal. So what happens today, because I'm yelling and I'm screaming, I want to just stop, please. I want you to do divisions. I want you to have multiple chances to try. Again, as long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. 3 divisions today. I'll do all that work I just explained to you for $500. 9 divisions are $9.99. This Saturday at 2:30, my specialty class is daisy chaining, teaching how to take 1 card into multiple cards. Now, the class by itself is $4.99. If today, all right, when you purchase the divisions during this webinar, that means now, don't call 10 minutes after I'm done talking, because I'm not paying a commission. I turned 4 people down yesterday as it is. Okay, I will give you that class for free. If you did the 3 divisions for $500, that's the book called Buckets of Money. All right, it's normally $3.99 by itself. By the way, it's free today, free. If you want the financial series, Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing, okay, when you do the 9 divisions, all right, because that's normally $9.99, that whole system is free. There you go. If that doesn't motivate you, nothing will. And by the way, you should have at least 20 divisions, because every division, they can loan out the money. I can turn it into a cash flow. All right, and I can turn it into more. Again, maybe you want an extra $10,000 a month up to that to replace your income or enhance it. Again, it's your choice. Divisions create subdivisions down the line that are designed in 1986. This is 4.6 million, 190,000 a month. It's in the book Buckets of Money. If you do divisions, you're getting that book. From there, Ray Reynolds is recipient. That's me. RayRaisCredit.com is instead of a phone number. But that's during the program. You have 101 days left, period, 75 working days. I need time to prepare and get it to you back and forth. From here, banks on the back of everything. You go online right now, this is B of A's. You look at Chase, you look at Wells Fargo, all of them say the same thing. You're the owner CFO today, January, all right, now you get up to 150 with no tax return. It's unsecured as it says. So why don't we play Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, U.S. Bank, Navy Fed? Okay, let's get some checkbook money. That could be up to 5.4 million. Okay, can you imagine if you had $5 million of credit cards or checkbooks and you can go buy whatever you want? Let's go buy McDonald's. Let's go buy Wendy's and a Taco Bell. Let's put that under a division or subsidiary. See, I want you to understand something. One of the people yesterday texted me or emailed me, if I had 200,000, can I turn that to 15 million? Of course you can. I mean, do you guys not get, I mean, you don't get it. You just don't get it. When you got money in the bank and you walk in, they all look at you and go, they always kiss your assets when you got money because they know who you are. You don't know their name, but they don't have a pot. You know what? So if we got the money, we can go get the honey. But again, those divisions on the same bank account, by the way. We need that set up now. But again, it's a choice. I mean, I taught Gerald, Randy, they're okay. They follow along. Randy's kind of a pain. Gerald's just slow, but it's okay. He's in charge of a mega church in Los Angeles. Took him a little bit to get his act together. John's as aggressive as they come. Poppity pop, poppity pop. He will do what I ask him to do every damn time. He got $1.9 million. Giovanni got $1.6 million. Glenn got $1.3 million. Borrow money is not taxable. John took some of the money off credit cards and did this, which is using the extra money around. Again, we can do the reference of 3. It's a choice. Every application for cash credit requires a certified CFO. You might be wanting to do real estate, franchise, leverage your money, profit sharing. Division, you should write down equals bucket of money. See, here's the problem. I got 2 problems here. You took personal credit, most of you, to start a business. You got, you jacked it up, got stuck, couldn't get any more. You can't write off interest rate or credit card at all. And that just brings the pain home. If we use corporate credit and we win, we can absorb the taxation. If we lose, we can write it off too. See, that's your cake and eat it too, by the way. That's up to you. See, your bills don't go away when you retire, but your 401k is right now, it seems to be. If you ever want the full blueprint, the 12 books and CDs that I sold for $5,000 at the Bonaventure for 32 years, all right, it's $999 during the webinar. There you go. Ultimate goals for you. From there, as we play, you might as well stand in the middle and put both arms out. One's going to go quack, quack, I'm a duck and I'm a sheep, because I didn't tear it apart when they told me to get my SSN, because you didn't. Me, I did. I kept asking why. All right, bottom line, SS4, I don't pay tax until I'm profitable. So let's understand. All right, let's look at the IRS, okay? You have the chance, and you can Google all this, find out it's factually verifiable. Here we're ducks and sheep. We get taxed before we get a nickel in our pocket. Here we don't have to pay tax until we're profitable, and we're allowed to set up pension plans, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance, policy, company charter, business trip, on and on and on. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. There you go. All right, it's kind of like when you receive money above your break-even point. You put it in your personal account because someone told you to. By the way, I call that stupid, because you only get to keep about $375,000. Put it in a corporation, keep it all, pay all the bills first, and win the game. So would you like to win? I think you should, but that's up to you. Step number 8 today. It's kind of like Richard here. Richard, I mean, he was pulled back to prison twice. He got $1 million. He almost died twice on the show. But if he would have leveraged the money I'd tell him to do, he could have got $15 million plus. But again, he pissed it away. I hope you listen better than he does. But again, it's a choice. Let's see. Bezos. All right. Buffett. All right. Musk. All right. Zuckerman. Let's see. Pay tax, buy a mansion. Pay tax, buy another one. Pay tax, buy the friggin' neighborhood. Don't you get it? I don't get it. You could be winning the game if you just learned to play. Mary didn't learn till after she bankrupted her restaurant. It was a corporation, so they sued her and they bankrupted her. Lost her home, husband divorced her. See, when she jacked up $98,000 of credit personally, and dropped her score from 800 to 591. She did ask the CPA and attorney, what did I do wrong? What did they response? It's about it. They don't know how to answer the damn question. They know how to look at a contract. They know how to file a tax return. What the hell do they know about being an entrepreneur? Okay, come on. There's a reason people hire me all the time. This is the corporate expert on the planet today. Mary lost everything. If Mary would have paid attention like I want you to do and turn these up today, her restaurant should have been a division. Banquet the peace, don't lose the whole, don't bring the pain home. See, if you don't have divisions or subsidiaries under your corporation, at the end of the day, when they sue you, you're still a duck. Hope you can duck pretty good. So banks, grocery store, Sam's Club, branch number, tax ID, subsidiary. Why don't we start with tax IDs and divisions and eventually turn them into subsidiaries? Step 9. Why don't we understand that the United States of America Incorporated set up 50 corporations? Well, they're called states. Did you not pay attention? And then the states set up cities. Those are corporations too. See, they did this in front of you. Have you ever been curious enough to check it out? Look behind the curtain? And then they invent this Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act. So if blankets the fan, they just bankrupt the damn debt and stay in business. Why didn't you do that? You shouldn't bring the pain home. You never had to. Apple files bankruptcy in 97. Bill Gates gets indicted 4 times, ran a monopoly, but he took a line of credit. All right, that he's got for $1 billion. See, here's the thing. When you got money in the bank, you can get a line of credit more than the money you got. You can leverage it. He's got $1 billion line of credit. He writes a check, look right here, $150 million to Apple. They'll save their assets, and he lets him pay the payment. Borrow money's not taxable. I mean, what a damn game. But again, today you got to look at SSN, SS4. Why don't you Google bankruptcy? Because you got a decision to make in the future. See, blank's not going to quit hitting the fan. This is to test your faith and persistence. So you can look at SSN, and the next time things screw up, you and your family are ducks. All right, hopefully you can duck. From there, a corporation, division, or subsidiary. All right, that's like the banks and grocery stores. So why didn't you decide to do it that way? Wouldn't that make more sense? And then you can write off the bad piece, step number 10. See, as an affiliate, I get to do peek-a-boos. I don't waste inquiries like you. I get a yes or a no before I push the button. If you got a corporation, I'll build it up to $1 million and teach you to be a CFO if you want. It's up to you. Now, I'm going to tell you what to do. All right, sometimes I might even piss you off. Sorry, I tell it like it is. Okay, even though I'm a licensed pastor in California and I can marry you, and I ask for forgiveness all the time, but I don't pull back my punches. So the reality is, yes, you're going to get off your assets. You're going to see it. You're going to believe it. You're going to go get it. That's the goal. And you got a specialist to hold your hand, 800-510-3338. Here's a starter package. This is for beginners. This is only for the beginner that doesn't really know much. All right, what we're going to do is rebuild the credit, 750 score, rapid rescore, have articles. All right, we'll use those. Don't, I'll hand them to you for free. Also, tax ID set up in level 1. I'm going to charge you $1,999, and I'm going to give you $5,000 back in credit. That's right. 5 times your investment. You'll be able to go to level 1 and set up every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be your coach for 90 days. So what's going to happen from here, if you did it during the webinar, this is the argument I had with salespeople yesterday and the day before. During webinar, I will cut that price in half for $9.99. The $5,000 credit means you get 5 times your money back to you. Again, very simple. During the broadcast. From here, $1 million in the making, well, that's $25,000. It's $4,999. Okay, all right, but you get 5 times your money back. But again, during the broadcast, I'm going to cut that in half to $24.99 and give you 10 times your money back. But that's only during the broadcast. There's your Zelle, and me. If you don't do it, call sales team. You don't get the goodies, but then the difference is you'll get me in the workshop. That's how it works. Specialist doesn't hold your hand every week or two. Call the number, put them in check. Our goal is to make sure we communicate all the time. Run your race, beat your own doubt. In other words, get out of the way, let me rebuild you. Step 11 today. Getting past go. I can show you the first mansion I built in Nelly Gill at 16. The Lamborghini I bought at 14 and a half. I don't know what you've been doing, but you have been playing the right way. God's gift, the mansions in the harbor, the race boats that say the Ray Reynolds University and the yachts, helicopters, Lamborghinis, and buildings too. All the goodies. Let's see. Pay tax, buy a building. Pay tax, buy a Ferrari. Pay tax, buy a Lamborghini. Sponsor the Indy 500. Yeah. Again, it's a choice. Now, your driver's license, I want it changed. Rebecca was a client. In 1989, the DMV sold her mailing address for $10. The man murdered her at her front door. God rest her soul and her family. But again, what we have to understand, we have the Driver's Privacy Protection Act, also the Schaefer Bill. Ray's rules are simple. Your privacy you want to keep to yourself. Your driver's license should say P.O. Box or mailing address. That's what I want you to do, but it's up to you. Again, when you buy a car, stop doing it the way you do it. You go to the dealer, you get sweated for 5 hours, you lose 5,000, then you get 9 inquiries. Now, if you're going to do it your way, at least on that piece of paper you hand back, write down this allows 1 inquiry and take a picture, please. You have the ability to set the tone. See, a car, you should purchase it my way, step 13, not your way. Car, fleet price, tax ID, division. See, the argument years ago with Harold Stokes, Ken Yarbrough, Bob Jaffer, one of our CPAs and tax attorneys, and Craig and all these people. All right, Ray, you can only write off so part of that car you drive. Because I'd come in there in a $3 million Ferrari or Lamborghini or something. All right. And I said, you know, that's right if it was registered to me. Since it's a corporate car, I get to write off the whole damn thing. Now look up again. You see, every time I told them the truth, they go, you're right, Ray. I love proving them right. Isn't that fun? You see, you got a choice to learn to play. Ever since I was 3, I had a point to prove. So it doesn't show up on personal reports. It's a corporate write-off because it's the corporate car. And then you learn to be a CFO, but then you have to borrow the keys. You got to ask the permission. Is that okay if you give yourself permission? Here's the problem. Los Angeles attorneys and CPAs a week and a half ago, they're all going to court being indicted for the bumpity bump scams. Registered owner is you, you're a duck. Registered owner division, they get diddly squat. Should we plan the problem? Why not? But again, that's step 14. Planning the problem and stop bringing the pain home. Bottom line, it's like your house. When you buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. Escrow, close, homestead, trust. Cars, registered owner is a division. Simple. Cats have 9 lives, and from now on, so do you. You see, I'm going to get out my magic wand, and I'm going to give you 9 divisions. Bing, bing, bing. By the way, there's no magic wand. It's like those people getting those credit repair flaky people. Again, divisions and subsidiaries are your line of defense. Why don't you have a line of defense? What's wrong with you? Are these turned up loud enough yet? All right, every property you ever get should be a division. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you. Your paycheck should be a break-even with your house payment. Amazon did not pay tax on that first $10 billion. Why would they? They don't have to. See, your problem is you don't know how to play. So again, let's understand today. Divisions have to be done now. Now, what part of now do I not get? If I don't prepare the paperwork, get you to sign it, email it away, get it filed, come back, add tax IDs, you run out of time. I want to get credit reports set up, cash credit, and checkbook money. I'm setting up the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. You can track the Experian, Treasury, and Equifax. So divisions 3 or $1,500. Okay, normally. I'm trying to give them a way to get you to do what needs to be done. Every credit card you get asks for more cards through the corporation. All right, every division got a piece of property, got a franchise. That's the ultimate goal. Because if one screws up, you got more to go, and you get to play like the banks and grocery stores do. But again, 3 divisions. During this broadcast, again, I've said it again, 4 of you were turned down yesterday, period, because there's no money in for us. I'm trying to get you to do what needs to be done. All right, 9 at $9.99. It's $100 a piece. All right, I'm losing money to do it, but I got to get you to do it. If you did it, 500 for 3, 999 for 9. All right, you're getting the specialty class Saturday for free. Daisy chain, so you can learn how to take cards to cards. That's free today. Either one you pick. Now, if you did the 3 for 500 bucks, you're going to get the book called Buckets to Money. Normally $3.99 by itself, but that'll be free. If you do the 9, you get the financial series, Become the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing. And that they'll usually by itself is $9.99. But it is free today if you do it during the broadcast. All right, 4 of you don't get books yesterday, and you had to pay more. Again, it's during the broadcast. You can enhance your income or double it or replace it. Again, it's up to you. Divisions have to have subdivisions. That's the goal. That's why I'll tell you to get up to 20. All right, because you'll have 20 lives. I mean, let's understand right here. Okay, literally, this is a matrix in the Buckets of Money book, $4.6 million for $190,000 a month loaned out. There's a Zelle. It's during the broadcast. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. It's now or never. There's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He can play with Twitter every day. He can play with that team, but he's got a spaceship. He's still not the richest guy on the planet. This guy's got a spaceship. The other guy's got a spaceship. And you know what they do? They break even. All right? You can learn to play too if you want to. Corporations pay tax when they're profitable. Again, we got 800-510-3216. I'm online 6 days a week live, always live. I can't do pre-recorded anything. I don't like that. So I got specialty classes in rotation. There are 8 of them. I got stock hit every 8 weeks, real estate, nonprofit, tax balancing, all right, using your house payment to offset your taxes, Dun & Bradstreet, division class, daisy chain. And the daisy chain is when I teach you how to take a card and multiply it. And that's why you don't want to go to the class this weekend. Leverage and money, but daisy chain is $4.99 by itself. Ultimate goal. Credit repair? Nah, scam. Credit rebuilding, we work together. All right, we put each other in check. We follow through. It's all we got to do. From there, it's $999, 500 card back to you. $750 guaranteed. Workshops on Saturday, and that includes the rapid rescore. Online with me, I make it half price, $4.99. That means I'm eating the cost for your rapid rescore, and you get the 500 card back to you. Ultimate goal, step 15. So your choices are simple. Specials is 800-510-3338. Starter package is $19.99. Rebuild your credit. Articles also has tax ID. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday. The goal is to give you 5 times your money back as your coach for 90 days. But during the broadcast, I cut the price in half to $9.99, and I turn it in so you get 5 times your money back. All right, literally, all right, you're going to get 10 times your money back. Your goal is simple. $25,000, the only thing that changes is the amount of credit. $4,999 today. You get 5 times your money, you get $25,000 of bonus cash credit. So I'm rebuilding your life, the whole thing together. During the broadcast, I cut the price in half to $24.99. All right, so that way you can get 10 times your money back too. Ultimate goal. So we got basically Zelle. That's me, Ray Reynolds. All right, email address, ray@raisecredit.com. All right, no phone number, but that's during the broadcast. So if the specialist doesn't hold your hand every step of the way, reach out and put them in check. See, I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, you should run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. Okay, that's why step 16. The ability to pay tax or buy a Lamborghini, simple. Your paycheck is taxable income. Your leftover, you pay the payment, gas, registration, insurance. I would yell and tell you no. Once you drive a company car like I do, because I don't have a car. Step 17, you feel sorry for me. I just have to use the company car. But again, here's line 10, SS4. It says banking and credit purposes. That's step 18. Why don't you Google irs.gov today, all right, and look at the SS4 form and find out I'm telling you the truth. You don't have to be a duck. You can learn to play. The United States of America Incorporated did it right in front of you. They bankrupt cities and wiped out the debt and stayed in business. See, they play the game. That's why we the people, we have our constitutional right too. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, every hospital hands mama the SSN form to be released from the hospital. Baby's not getting a job, but mama signs a form to put the baby in the stroller, the car seat, and go home. Ultimate goal is very simple. It's like when you buy a house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Everything is procedure for me. If your house is not in a trust today, I'm sorry, that's called stupid. When they sue you, they take it away. When you die, it's stuck in your probate. Procrastination is a killer of the dream. Download the form called Irrevocable Trust today, now. From there, when you fix up a property, you hire the contractor. They hire the subcontractor that's down outside Home Depot. When they slip, fall, and cut corners and sue you, they take everything you got. My way of planning the problem, they get diddly squat. Why not? I would look at an irrevocable trust if I was you. That's step number 19 for you. We get to play. So I get people every day, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. The reality is I tell them, stop, knock off the garbage. You cannot play peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. Okay, you got to go to irs.gov if you screwed up in the past, do a 656 form, 430 A and B, get yourself back in the system, and play by the rules and tools. Step 20. As we play, keep in mind, I'm the original OPM they tell me. That means I want to use other people's money. Divisions buy up to 70% discount on anything wholesale price. Fix up a property. You don't have a bill for 30, 60, 90 days anyway. Have escrow pay off the debt. Now, what you do with that extra money, this is where people screw up. That money that people waste and piss away, they should have used Ray's rules, leverage the money. Borrow money is not taxable in the line of defense. You see, when you got money, the bank always goes, There's the goal. This is called blackjack, step 21. See, my building here, over on Spectrum, One Technology Drive, 22,000 square feet, 2009, other buildings doing up to $1 million a day in 3 states. The banks would go there all the time and try to get to me because they wanted my business. All right, they came to me because of money in the bank going, So let's give you more. That's the goal. All right, learn to be the CFO. Telling you what to do is what I got to do. Ultimate goal, the banks and the divisions, checkbook money now. Got to do it. See, if your corp is sued, they sue you. But if you have division subsidiaries, you're building the line of defense. That's step 22. If we play a game today, remember, we want to play to win, right? Divisions need to be filed now. Time's running out. Tax ID, credit reports, cash credit, and checkbook money. I need to set up the reports. I need to say 2022. All right, $500 a piece, $1,500 for 3 usually. Today I'm giving it away at 3 for $500, 9 for $9.99. If you do either one of those, you're getting the daisy chain class for free. All right, this Saturday at 2:30. From there, if you did the 3 for $500, you're getting the book called Buckets of Money. Normally $3.99. It's free if it's done during the broadcast. From here, it's very simple. Financial series is Buckets of Money become the bank tax balancing. That by itself is $9.99. Today, it's free if you did the 9 divisions during the broadcast. That way you can enhance your income or replace it. Your goal is to understand every division needs subdivisions. It's how you multiply credit reports and get pieces of property, as well as apartment complexes too. 4.6 million, 190,000 a month. You can build a matrix if you want to. There's the Zell. All right, what do you want to do? What do you want to lose? I mean, understand. My 2 promises to me is, first, I wouldn't hold a baby unless it was my own child. I kept the promise. Next, I have to master not to bring the pain home, because I don't want to get a wife and kids if I have to bring the pain home. So I had to learn division subsidiaries, because that's why I set up the rules and tools in 85. The corporation is sued, they sue you? No. Divisions. If we play chess today, we both lose pieces on both sides, but we both want checkmate. We actually get to play the game, step 23. Ultimate goal. So if you want to give referrals, you get 10% back, make up to $1,000 a day. Billy gave me nothing besides referrals, and I billed them over $1 million. Choice. So when we look at the building in the car, they're not mine, but I got the keys. Boom, boom. Again, think, be the impossible, and reach in the dream. Raise rules, trying to make everybody listen and get to millionaire status, corp in 3 divisions, while they're going to become a certified CFO. There's the goal. So when we do have joint credit, it's in the way. Don't do that. From there, when you basically buy a house, it's escrow, closed, homestead, trust. Corporation's a piece of paper. You got to give it life. But 2 divisions, the line of defense, real estate, franchise, current business. Raise rules. When I get you bonus cash credit, I want you to use it to finance your business and write an interest rate and credit card. That's why I give it away, because I want you to get to the $1 million dream using that bonus cash credit. That's the ultimate goal, step 24. Your choice is up to you. So 3rd quarter's ending, hours and minutes away. 4th quarter begins, 101 days left of the whole year and 75 working days. If you put off divisions, you're just going to put off basically multiple lives for you. You want the Millionaires Founders Kit? That's $9.99. There's the Zelle. From there, specialist 800-510-3338. Understand credit repair? No. Credit rebuilding, you're part of the program. We work together. I do most of the work for you. And what's going to happen is you can't hide from your debt. I'm going to put a wrapper rescore. I'm going to make sure you get a 750. You go to the workshops, you do what I ask you to do. You get a $500 card back to you, normally $9.99. During the broadcast, I cut the price in half so you can reimburse yourself with the $500 card. Again, that's during the broadcast only. Starter package is Millionaire in the Making. Starter simple, rebuild the credit, 750 score. Wrapper rescore. Articles don't have it, give it to you. Also, tax ID, set up in level 1. All right, Wednesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. $5,000 of credit back to you for $9.99. All right, it's $19.99. When I discount it, it's $9.99. And you still get the $5,000 of credit, 5 times earning your money back. That's the ultimate goal. So what we want to do is like Millionaire in the Making. This is for the big boys and girls. I want 25,000 because that you can multiply times 3. It makes it 100,000. And it's normally $49.99. During the broadcast, it's $2,499. And you're getting 25,000 of credit if you Zelle during the broadcast. So you could and should, all of you, be the millionaire, all right, maker, and a corporate millionaire. It's the only way you're going to be able to make it and keep it. Banks and grocery stores and cities do it in your face all the time. It's about time you stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO, and see it, believe it, go get it, and get up to that $1 million dream. See, we got to stay safe and strong. This world's getting crazier. Every time we turn on the news or listen, there's stuff everywhere. All right, we got to protect our families. So we do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The end of the day, if you Zelle, you get the opportunity of the things I offer to you. Step 25, if not, call the sales team, specialist at 800-510-3338. They won't be able to give you the same pieces that I offered today, but they'll do the best they can. Ultimate goal is very simple. You see, we got to do our best, and God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.